Tonight, we share an inside look into all the decisions, all the gear, and all the rituals that keep players performing at their best. It's Equipment Night, and it starts right now on Fox Sports Detroit.
And welcome into Comerica Park here in downtown Detroit. Equipment Night here at the ballpark. Buck Farmer is taking the mound for the Tigers, and he is presented tonight by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
I would say bats are way less personal than a glove. You know, they kind of come and go. You break them.
12 3/4. You know, it's all preference, but.
One away.
Well, look at here. Gibby's memories. What are we talking about? What do we have to do with the 84 Tigers and the 84 Padres? Last out right here. Larry Herndon puts it away. I'm going to tell you, right before that pitch, I was standing there scared to death.
Two Mr. Basketballs from the state of Michigan on the Denver Nuggets. Benton Harbor Tiger, Wilson Chandler, and a Flint Beecher Buccaneer, Monte Morris.
Hard hit rate. Hard hit rate represents the percentage of batted balls that are hit hard. How is hard hit rate calculated? Well, it's the percentage of at-bats that end in a hard hit ball, measured by using exit velocity and trajectory. I like hard hit rate because it can shed some light on whether a hitter has been lucky or unlucky. Hard contact generally leads to better results than weak contact. If you're hitting the ball hard, but you haven't been getting on base, chances are you've been unlucky and the results will get better. Which is why it's important to monitor hard hit rate.
Thank you, Professor Impemba. I have expected
Mario.
him to show up in a lab coat there. All right, welcome back to our analytics special here on Tigers Live.
OPS. OPS indicates a player's ability to reach base and hit for power. How is OPS calculated? Well, simply add a player's on-base percentage and slugging average. I like OPS because it gives credit to players that not only get on base, but also for hitting for extra bases. It's important because two hitters can have a similar batting average, but if one batter is hitting a bunch of doubles, triples, and homers, he's providing more run-producing value at the plate. And that's all you need to know about OPS. WHIP. WHIP measures the amount of base runners the pitcher allows per inning. What is the formula for WHIP? Well, add walks plus hits and divide that by innings pitched. I like WHIP because the rate at which you allow base runners is a more accurate barometer than ERA when determining how well you're pitching. For example, if a starter leaves the game with 2 outs and the bases loaded, his ERA is still impacted by how the relief pitcher performs. If he registers a strikeout, it's as if those base runners never existed. If he gives up a grand slam, the starter's ERA will skyrocket. Therefore, WHIP is a more accurate measurement since it relies on the number of base runners the pitcher allows per inning as opposed to runs scored. And that's WHIP in a nutshell.
Mario and Pemba on the importance of a pitcher's whip as we welcome you back to Tigers Live on the call. Sam Camp.
The entire broadcast tonight is entitled A Piece of History. It's a celebration of baseball memorabilia. And let's take you to the home of Brian Sneer, who's got a classic story reflecting back on the impact that the former Tiger great manager Sparky Anderson had upon he and his family.
Yeah, when I was about 6 years old, I went to St. Thomas Aquinas. I went there for school, and that's where I was a parishioner of as well.
Now let's hear from Josh Ludwig, who talks of the importance that family has upon his extensive collection of Tigers memorabilia.
So this is Ruby Allen. She was born September 3rd, 2015.
I'll say I'll start with the married one. That'll probably be better. Let's see. Should you start doing that?
Special night here at the ballpark tonight. We'll get to know our Tigers as the night progresses. Daniel Norris is on the hill, and he is presented by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Our goal here tonight is that the next time you watch this Tigers team play, you'll recall part of their story of them becoming Tigers or of something special about them. All of us have at least 3 things that people should know about us, right?
3 things about me.
3 things about me are, here are 3 things you should know about me.
Once I hit high school, I stopped kind of playing travel ball, AAU stuff, and at that point I was.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but my freshman year of college, my roommate showed me a picture of her, and they grew up together. And when I saw her, I said, man, you got to introduce me to her.
3-0 Seattle as we go to the 5th. The Chevrolet Most Dependable player is Michael Fulmer, and Fulmer spent the summer working as a plumber and learned some new skills.
I installed my first sink all by myself this year. The song that comes on is from The Lion King.
That's the Permane brothers story. I took Tigers reliever Daniel Stump there earlier today.
All right, guys, we were here in Pittsburgh, a number of years ago. One of my buddies told me when I first came, he said, you have to go to Permane Brothers and have a sandwich while you're there.
Great stuff, Gregory. We will head back to the Jeep desk in just a moment. Greg will be joined by Tim McCormick as we debut a new segment. It's Players Talking Hoops in Club KLM. That comes up next.
Hey, welcome everybody back to the Jeep desk and the debut of Club KLM. Kelser, Long for Grant Long, and Tim McCormick. And
John, I am indeed the gift that keeps on giving, and these Red Wings should be pretty happy this Christmas as it rolls around, because I've got some gifts especially for them, and especially as it relates to facing the Bruins here today. That's right, Santa Trev is on the scene. Bro Santa, if you please. And let's start the gift giving with the Red Wings, as I said, as it pertains to games here in Boston. They have lost 6 straight. And over their last 13 games here in Boston have only won 1 time. 1-11-1 they are. And they had to go all the way back to 2013, October of that year, for their last win, a 3-2 win in which Henrik Zetterberg, Daniel Cleary, and Stephen Weiss all lit the lamp. That's far too long ago. I give them a win this Christmas here at the TD Garden. Now moving on to some individual Red Wings who deserve a little love. Luke Witkowski, Nick Jensen, and Xavier Ouellette. All 3 of those guys are still looking for their first goal of the year. And if they look inside their stockings, that's exactly what they'll find. A goal for each of them to be used whenever they see fit between now and the end of the year. And a little extra love for Witkowski. He's still looking for his very first point of the year. He will also get a light the lamp selection by the time the year is over, just because he deserves it. One more member of our crew on my list, and that is Mickey Redmond. It's 2018, about to be, and Mickey is not on Twitter. He's not engaged in any social media. So I'm giving him a Twitter handle at Mayor of Hockeytown. Along with that comes social media skills, tweeting, retweeting, Instagramming, and all that goes with it. Mickey, what do you think of that? We're going to bring you into the 21st century.
Where did you get that picture?
We had to go back in the archives for that one. I love it. That stash is nice and full.
It's my first set of hair. Are you kidding me?